This is an international wire check corn planter. And what you first have to do is stretch the wire. There's one spool of wire will hold about a quarter mile of wire, and you have to stretch it all clear to the other end of the field, stake it, take the wire out to the other end of the field, stake it, and then bring the wire into the planter. By doing that, as you drive along, you can see this button right here, they call it. As the button comes along and moves, it'll bring this lever back as it moves. That trips the planter. When it trips the planter, it does two things. One, there's a trap door right here at the bottom of the seed plate. Also another trap door at the very bottom of the tube. When you trip the planter, it allows the 3 seeds per hill to drop real close to each other in a small pattern at the bottom of the seed trench. As you can see, the 3 seeds here from when I tripped the planter. Also, you can set the planter to drop 2, 3, or 4 seeds per hill. I have it set to drop 3, so after 3 cells of the planter drop 3 individual kernels and holds them here, the shaft will stop turning. When you trip the planter again, besides dropping the seed, it allows that shaft to start turning. This planter, like most of them back then, were set up for, it's set up for 40-inch row spacings, and it'll drop 3 seeds per hill. 3 seeds per hill every 40 inches is equal to 10,700 population. Now, that's about a third or a little less than a third of what we plant today. Most farmers today are planting anywhere from 32 to 36,000. When I had this 3-century corn plot, when I had it in 2008, we hand-picked the corn from that plot. And the open pollinated corn yielded 74 bushels to the acre, which is more than double of what it made back in the 1930s and 40s, mostly because of fertilizer and insecticides that are out there today. The US 13 yielded around 95 bushels to the acre, about 20 bushel increase, and the triple stack of today yielded 132. The thing we really got out of that plot is, even though the seed costs for the open pollinated back then only cost $4 a bag versus $12 a bag for the US 13 and $242 for the triple stack corn of today, we still made more with the triple stack, yielding costing $242 a bag. It made almost $150 an acre, figuring all the costs to put in that acre of corn. The US 13, we made about $33 an acre, and the open pollinated corn, we lost about 50 bucks an acre, even though the seed only cost $4. One thing I learned from that plot, and a lot of people that participated in it, farmers today, if you look for ways to cut back, but one area you do not cut back in is in the technology and the quality of the seed, because it'll pay big dividends down the road. Getting back to the wire check corn planter, one of the reasons it was set up for 40-inch row spacings is so the horses could get down the rows and they could cross-cultivate it, because when the wire check corn planter, you have a hill every 40 inches with the row, and when you look across the row, you have hills every 40 inches, so it looks like a checkerboard square pattern out there, and it's pretty unique.